Okay, this is lesson 8. I do recommend watching his video because he gave some examples, and I'm hoping that with my video I'll give you more examples. So let's just get started. We're going to start with the butene, and then I'm going to have my double bond at 2 going to 3, and then I'm going to go ahead and add nothing. Let's see. Sorry, I'm actually going to be using this chart before I continue drawing anything I need, because it's kind of like a shortcut. So what I have here is PT. This is exactly how they have it on here. So all I'm going to be doing is adding hydrogens to make it a cis alkene. So I'm going to keep the double bond, remove one of those bonds that I just did, and I want it cis, so that means that I want those methyls at the same side. Okay, and then if we look here, it can be kind of confusing because it says syn, but this only has to do with the electrophile and the nucleophile. So if we go back over here, these are syn, but these are cis. They're both cis. It gets confusing, but once you start practicing and doing this, I think you'll understand, because what I was doing was trying to figure out, try to match those up with these, but no, this column just has to do with these, their orientation. So just as a little tidbit for you guys. And then, okay, I think that'll be good to go. Okay, first product of, butene and hydrogen iodide. Okay, I'm gonna look over here. Hydrogen and iodide would be the hydrohalogenation, and I see it's Markovnikov. I learned how to say that. And then we have a double addition, but we don't have a double addition, we only have one, so we can't make a gem dihalide. So we're gonna see what we can make. I'm gonna create that triple bond because I didn't do it yet. So a gem dihalide is basically one of these carbons would have 2 iodines attached to it, but we obviously don't have that. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna release one of those bonds. I'm gonna add the iodine, and then I'm going to, since I have a positive carbon here, I'm going to release that hydrogen and grab it. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to check my notes and make sure I did it the right way. But yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so we have a double bond and the iodine. It doesn't matter which way it goes, at least I don't think it does. Or actually, let me see. So it says Na. So let's just try it. In my notes, I actually have, I think I have a different, okay. Okay, butene. I have that water, so I have a feeling I'm going to be using it. I'm going to do my triple bond, add my hydrogens, and then I'm going to go to my chart. I'm reacting with Hg plus water, so it's going to be this one. So I see right here I'm making a ketone, and my stereochemistry is anti. So I'm going to keep those in mind, little key points. What I'm going to do is release that over here and then grab that oxygen. Take one of these and grab that. And then I'm actually going to take this bond and add that. Let's see what I have left to do. I see I have an extra hydrogen, which is going to go somewhere. It's going to go right here. Okay, so I made my ketone, and that should be good. So if you have your triple bond at the 1 position, which would be right here, you would still put your ketone here because this wouldn't be a ketone if it didn't have the secondary carbon attached. Okay. Okay, this is the one that I've been having the most trouble with. I'm just gonna draw it because, let's see, I've already done this and it said diastereomer. So I had put this bromine on the top and then the hydrogen was on the bottom. But I'm gonna try it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like this. It said diastereomer, so I'm really hoping that this is the answer. I would explain it more, but I'm having a lot of trouble with this. But we can look here anyways. And what we have is hydrogen bromine over here. And we're making a gem dihalide, but not exactly. So let's just go for it and... Oh, okay. I've been looking for this answer forever. So this is a good thing why you should keep a notebook, because I wrote this down of what I'm going to try next. I have like 5 of them and I finally got it. I've got my pentane. I'm going to add my methyl at the 4 position and then my triple bond at the 1 position. And then I'm going to look at where it says PD catalyst, which is going to be here. See hydrogen with PD. I'm going to go down here and I see it's a double addition to make alkanes. So we're actually taking off all of the bonds, the triple and the double, and we're just doing single bonds. Just to make it easier, I'm going to delete those. I'm just going to add my hydrogens and leave it like that. And I'm just going to double check in my notes. I'm sorry if this takes a little while, but I have yet to get the 100 and I really want it so I can stop doing this homework. Okay. Okay, butene and then sodium and NH3. And I'm actually just going to leave it like this and I'm going to jump to my chart. So I have my sodium and ammonia, and then I'm going to go over here and see that it's a single addition to internal alkynes makes trans alkanes. So what I'm going to do is make a double bond. Originally it would have a triple bond, so you would remove one of those bonds and just add the hydrogens to make it trans. Also, you can also look here, anti, so the hydrogens we add are going to be anti to each other. So I'm going to add my double bond because I just left the molecule all simple like. And I'm going to add my hydrogen to anti, like we just read. Okay, and that's it. It's kind of like a simple shortcut, so you don't have to really draw all this out. And then I just want to double check trans, anti, these methyls are trans, and these hydrogens are anti. Okay, butene, we have excessive HI, and remember I said we were going to make a, where is it, gem dihalide, and that's when we attach them to 1 carbon. So it's gonna be a single bond ultimately, but I'll just work it out. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here to the side and this one to the side. And then I'm gonna remove this bond, attach the iodine, attach the hydrogen, remove this bond, attach the iodine, attach the hydrogen. Sorry, wrong one. We're attaching to the same carbon. Okay, so easy mistake to fix. The gem dihalides are on the same carbon, so just keep that in mind. And this is our end product. I'm going to double check on my notes. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, and it doesn't matter what carbon you put it on because either way it's going to be 2, whatever way you're reading it. Okay, and for this one, I just ignore the dicyclohexylborane and I focus on this. So I'm going to draw my butane, and then this OH is actually going to go to the back, right here. And it's going to be double bonded. This one I'm still working on how to explain it. I've been going over here and this is it. Let's see, I think everything's right with the amounts. Please. Okay. Okay, butene, excessive amounts of Br. And then if we go here, we're only reacting with halogens. So we're actually going to make a double addition to make tetrahalides. So I'm not going to add any double bonds because those are going to be broken anyways to connect these two. But I placed them here strategically because this is where I'm going to be placing them. So I'm going to bond those, and then, so either way with our triple bond, it would have been used for all of this. Add my hydrogens. It's just easier to do it this way, especially when you've done it a lot. And then that looks good to me. So I'm not sure if it matters, but I really don't want to have this bromine where this methyl is, just because I feel like that's going to be like interfering, so I leave it like this. If you have a bromine here, I was just switching the methyl and the bromine. I haven't turned it in like that, so I don't know if it'll be counted wrong, but I just do this for safety because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, it looks good. I'm just checking my notes. Okay, I'm gonna submit it. Okay. Okay, now we have our butene and a single bromine. Well, when you look at bromine, it's Br2, so we're gonna have 2. I'm gonna actually just do the triple bonds just to do it. So what we had here was a double addition to make a tetrahalide, but we're not making a tetrahalide now. So since we only have 2 of the components, I'll put one here and one here, and add my hydrogens. And then I'm gonna remove this bond and attach the bromine. I'm gonna attach the bromine. And then I'm gonna remove, let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna remove this hydrogen. Arrange. And delete those extra hydrogens. And then I'm gonna go check my chart and make sure the bromines are supposed to be anti. So we have 2 bromines and they should be anti to each other. The 2 bromines are anti to each other. So that should be good to go. Okay, that's it. I know there's a lot of problems, but like I said, just keep a notebook. Trust me, when like you write down the ones that you got wrong, put a big X on it, and then write what you're gonna do next. It really, 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 really helps to keep track of your thoughts. And like right when you get something wrong, you kind of know, or you know why you got it wrong. But if you don't write it down and you keep doing problems, they kind of like mix into each other, and you forget why you did it this way or why. So it's good to write right there once you get it wrong why you think you got it wrong, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll write some tips below, and good luck.